Devil's advocate here. Two things I want to know before I get started with this video. One, hopefully you're noticing that my lighting situation is a little bit better. Like I said, I'm working on it. I think it's a little bit better. Let me know in the comments below. Point number two, if I'm talking a little bit funny, it's because I'm on day number 2 of having Invisalign in my mouth, and I'm still trying to get acclimated to how bizarre this feels. So, yeah. But I wasn't going to let it stop me from making videos. So if I look a little funny, or if I'm talking a little funny, well, maybe I just look a little funny anyways, but, that's neither here nor there. But anyways, so I just want to throw that out there right now. I got Invisalign in my mouth, so it's got me talking a little funny right now. Hopefully, it'll get better over the next couple of days or so. That's what the orthodontist told me anyway. So, okay. So, anyways, the fuck. Okay. All right. All right. So, anyways, I wasn't going to make this video, but something happened recently that really pissed me off because it's been going on for far too long and it still seems like nobody's doing anything about it. And it's these big tech giants censoring everything at will, and nobody does a damn thing about it. They have to testify before Congress and all of the garbage, and it's like a slap on the wrist. All they do is go up there and say, oh, yeah, we apologize. We'll do better. And then they go right back and do the same shit again. And they never get held accountable. So anyways, Sidney Powell, the lawyer that was, as I said before, that broke away from the Trump team. And it's, what's crazy is that the mainstream media is still trying to say she was fired from the Trump team, or the Trump team separated themselves from her. It's insane. It's insane what mainstream media and what the tech giants are doing right now. They are flat out lying to your damn face. Flat out lying. And they don't care. Because you know what this is? This is war. It's a different type of war. It's a digital war. It's just informational warfare. And for those who don't see it as such, will find themselves sucked into the freaking sinkhole of not knowing what the hell is really going on. Because they're too lackadaisical in the way that they process and think about things on a day-to-day basis that they just become oblivious to the reality. And they honestly probably don't even care. These are the same people that probably feel completely content with the idea of giving away all of their personal property in exchange for relieving all of their debts. But anyways, completely different topic. So, Sidney Powell dropped her lawsuit in Georgia, right? Claiming major voter fraud and electronic voter fraud and stuff like that. I said I wasn't going to do any more voter fraud videos, but I shouldn't have said that because I should know by now that every time I wake up, something new is happening and something unpredictable. Well, the unpredictable is predictable by now, but I thought that maybe she was going to drop her lawsuit, and then the world, all the news would start reporting it and stuff like that. That's not what happened. She dropped her lawsuit in Georgia, and then Twitter started going as far as to banning links to her site so that you couldn't actually access or see the lawsuit. Complete censorship. So I was like, you know what? Is it a possibility? Is it a possibility that me putting this up on my channel is going to get me banned again? Yeah. Do I care? Yeah, not really. So what I'm going to do, I load this up onto my on one of my cloud drives, and I'm going to put a link in the description below for anybody who wants to read this case. And I put it on. The only reason I popped it up on my video right now is because there was something in here that I wanted to read specifically that might be new to some of you guys. And this is the thing that I think that makes this a matter of national security. It's a national security risk. Where is it at? I told you I apologize because I don't do any kind of like I don't do any practicing before I shoot these videos. I just jump in front of this camera and just start doing shit. So let's see if we can go down. Maybe I think it starts here. The voter fraud was executed by means. Oh. The fraud was executed by many means, but most fundamentally troubling, insidious, and egregious is a systematic adaptation of old-fashioned ballot stuffing. It has now been amplified and rendered virtually invisible by computer software created to run by domestic and foreign actors for that very purpose. Mathematical and statistical anomalies rising to the level of impossibilities as shown by affidavits of multiple witnesses, documentation, and expert testimony. I'm pretty sure I meant to say evidence in this scheme across the state of Georgia. Now, I have to admit, I will be honest and say that there were a handful of grammatical errors in here. I don't know if it was a time constraint issue or what, but when I was reading through, I was like, ooh, man, somebody could have done a little bit better with the proofreading of this thing. But hey, you know what? If it gets the point across, it gets the point across. But anyways, I digress. Especially egregious conduct arose in Forsyth, Paulding, Cherokee, Hall, Barrow County. This scheme and artifice to defend affected tens of thousands of votes in Georgia alone and rigged the election in Georgia for Joe Biden. But there's something special. Okay, here we go. The massive voter fraud begins with election software and hardware from Dominion Voting Systems Corporation, quote-unquote Dominion, only recently purchased and rushed into use by defendants Governor Brian Kemp, Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, and the Georgia Board of Elections. Sequoia voting machines were used in 16 states and the District of Columbia in 2006. Smartmatic, which has a revenue of about $100 million, focuses on Venezuela and other markets outside the U.S. After selling Sequoia, Smartmatic's chief executive, Anthony Mugica, whatever you want to say, Mr. Mugica said that he hopes Smartmatic will work with Sequoia on projects in the U.S. though Smartmatic wouldn't take equity stake. Smartmatic and Dominion were founded by foreign oligarchs and dictators to ensure computerized ballot stuffing and vote manipulation to whatever level was needed to make sure Venezuelan dictator Hugo Chavez never lost another election. Anybody who wants to research this topic can absolutely find all the proof you ever need to verify that very statement. That is not new information. Notably, Chavez won every election thereafter. But there's something specifically interesting that I wanted to point out here. Where's it at? Okay, essentially, no. I mean, you guys can read it for yourself. But I want to point this out because I think this is very important. Is this it? As explained and demonstrated in the accompanying redacted declaration of former electronic intelligence analyst under the 3305 military intelligence with experience gathering SAM missiles, SAM electronic intelligence, and Dominion software was accessed by agents acting on behalf of China and Iran under the monitor and manipulate elections, including most recent general election in 2020. That's what I wanted to show you. That apparently Sidney Powell has proof that China and Iran has dabbled in our voter information, which off the cuff makes that a matter of national security. which goes back to my original point. If this shit doesn't shake out in the courts like Donald Trump wants it to, like I said, 3-tiered system. Told you before, 3-tiered system. He wants us to shake out in the courts. That way he can kind of handle everything without creating a state of mass hysteria, right? He becomes president, or he continues being president, and he can kind of handle things at a more relaxed level, echelon down, right? Not so serious. But if the courts and the people who are trying to give him pushback on the left and the right don't start wisening up to the situation that's forming before their eyes, he will pull that lever and he will say, come on, focus. There we go. Focus on me. I know I'm moving a little bit. Okay. He will declare this a matter of national security. So either way, whether you like it or not, Trump will remain president of the United States of America. That is just all there is to it. Even if he has to make it happen through the most extreme measures possible. But the thing is, if he goes that route, he's not reaching. This is absolutely a matter of national security. And I like to be transparent here. I do like to be transparent. Because even though I do support Trump and everything he's doing, I got to be honest. America is known, our government is known for doing the exact same thing that's happening to us right now. We do it in other countries. We just do. Our hands are not clean. We're not clean. We're not innocent. But that's where patriotism comes into place, right? Just because I know that we do some weird things over in other countries, trying to influence other people's elections, doesn't mean I'm going to stand for people doing it here in this country because I'm a resident of this country. Those people over there need to be fighting for their country. I'm over here in the United States. I fight for this country. So I'll leave that there. But I want to be transparent about that. That just because it's happening here to us, where foreign governments are interfering in our elections, does not mean that our hands are clean and that the United States of America does not do the same thing to other countries, because we do. We absolutely do. But anyways, I will link this in the description below. You can read it yourself. And the reason, like I said, I'm making this video is because Twitter and other sources of big tech are banning it. They're pulling it down. They're taking away the links. They're saying it's got Trojans involved in it, and it's like a security risk issue, or just whatever garbage they can make up to try to validate restricting access for people to try to see this court case, this case filing rather. But that's it. Nice, quick, sweet, to the point. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe. As I said before, I am shadow banned. I might be perma banned after this. Who knows? I don't know. Because I know that other YouTubers are talking about it, but nobody's really putting it on their video or linking to it. They're just kind of making reference to it. I'm putting it up on my video, and I'm linking it in the description below. So, whatever happens, happens. Like I said, you know what? People can censor me all they want. They can ban me all they want. But I'm not going to change what I do and how I do things because I'm being, threatened with whatever they want to threaten me with. I don't give a shit. By the way, like I said before, be safe. Take care of yourself. Use your brain. Think. Be smart. And happy Thanksgiving. Peace.